Hey guys, it's Christine Line. I am here because the holidays are right around the corner, and I know some of you are stressing out right about now. You're stressing out about what presents to get for everyone, and you're really stressing out about gaining weight over the holidays. You're wondering if that black dress is gonna fit you by Christmas time as it does now, so let's talk about that. So for those of you that are worried about gaining weight over the holidays or falling off your fitness routine, this video is for you. I'm gonna be sharing some strategies on how to keep your maintenance or keep your fitness over the holiday season, not gain any extra weight, starting the new year in a good spot, okay? So, number one, I want to talk about strategies about what do you want this season to be about? So number one, get clear on what this is even about to you. What are the next 5, 6, 7 weeks about? They're about connecting with family and friends, about having amazing memories, right? They're about joy and peace and just having a great time. They're not about pigging out, eating as much food as you can, and having a hangover after every event. So that's number one. The second thing is think about what you want to do and accomplish. Do you want to continue to stay on track with your fitness goals? Is that really important to you? Do you want to continue to lose weight or improve your fitness this season? Or have you been working really hard and maybe for me, it's not realistic that I'm going to continue to lose weight because I have so many events, I have travel, but I don't want to gain weight. I want to maintain the weight. So one of the first things I always tell my clients is let's pick an intention for the season and get clear about what it means to us. Number one, what we want to feel like, what we want to look like, what we want our energy and our vibe to be like, and then set an intention around what we want our fitness and our health to look like and our weight. So those two things need to be determined before you even show up to one event or start making plans. The second thing is, and again, this is all planning because we say this all the time, you've heard it before, failing to plan means planning to fail, okay? So know now what events are coming up. I've got Christmas parties with the kids. I've got Christmas parties at work. I've got family dinners. I've got to travel, open houses, drop-ins, whatever things that are going on that you want to go to, dump them all onto your calendar and let's just take a look. Take a look and see. I want you to think about what are those places that I just really want to go there because that's my favorite restaurant. Or this friend of mine, she's an amazing chef. She cooks the best meals and I just want to go there and have a guilt-free night. Pick your event. So I want to tell you to pick like maybe 2, 3, 4 max events where you could say, okay, that's going to be my one cheat meal or my one meal that's going to be totally guilt-free. I'm going to go there. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have a great time. And then the next day I'm going to get back on track. Okay. But you need to pick either the one thing. And I always talk about you can have things, but you just can't have everything and get the results you want. You do have to stay disciplined. All right. The other things that are not important to you, those open houses where people are putting out their leftover cookies or those kids event where it's just like pizza and junk. The food is not awesome. Go there for the company, go there to share the memories, go there to have a good time, but stay on program. Make that your goal. So let's talk about what actually happens the day of the event, the day of the holiday party or whatever. Biggest mistake that people make that I see over and over again, and Thanksgiving is coming up, don't make it there, is they starve themselves all day long because they're like, I'm going out tonight, I get to eat, and so they're like, I'm saving up my calories, Do not save up your calories. That does not work. You end up eating triple what you normally would have because you're showing up ravenous, exhausted, hungry, and right away your body's gonna want the bread that's on the table, the high sugar things, the carby apps, the pizzas, the alcohol. So eat before you go. Start with breakfast and have 3 meals as you normally would throughout the day, high protein, good quality fats, about 3 to 4 hours apart so that when it is time to go to the party, the event, whatever it is, you're showing up satisfied, not hungry, with good energy levels and a clear head, okay? So right before you walk out the door is important. What happens in the half hour before you leave? I want you to have something that's high in fiber, like an apple with almond butter, some veggie sticks and hummus. Clear broth-based soups are really good as well because the water fills you up. So drink a glass of water or have a hot tea and then have that apple. So the fiber is going to fill you up, the water is going to fill you up, and it takes the edge off so that when you show up, you're not just going boom right for the food. You can have a few minutes and you're going in clear-headed. So you do all that stuff, you plan your events, you eat the day of the party, you show up, host opens the door, and it's like, what do they want to do? They want to put a drink in your hand, right? Hey, welcome for coming. Thanks for coming. So glad to have you. What can I give you to drink? It's like the second thing that people say. So your answer to that question, I'm going to give you your answer to that question, is going to be, I'll take a Pellegrino with lime or a club soda to start until I decide what I want. So you're not saying you don't want to drink, but it's giving you, you're buying time, okay? And what that time is allowing you to do is to keep your blood sugar stable while you decide what you're going to pair with your alcohol, which is a key to, again, avoiding the sugar craze for the night. So first drink, make it a sparkling water. Talk, remember your intention for the event. Your intention for the event was to connect with people, mix, mingle, have fun, enjoy the season. So do a little bit of networking, work the room, you know, connect with family, cousins, friends, whatever, wherever you're at. And just soak in the real reason that you're there before jumping right to the food or jumping right to the alcohol. When it comes to the food and the alcohol, I want you to pair together your first drink with a little appy, okay? So think about grabbing a small salad plate and fill it up with some protein first. So if there's like a little beef tenderloin or chicken satay skewers, shrimp cocktails are great, oysters, lots of seafood this time of year, or even like goat cheese, crusted goat cheese, or little mozzarella and tomato. Anything that's got fiber or protein and fat together is going to help keep the blood sugar levels stable and sort of curb the effects of the alcohol on you for the night. So start, eat slowly, chew your food, enjoy it, and have your first drink with a protein-fat combination, okay? So after you do that, you're gonna work the room a little bit. So you have a few snacks, you have your plate, you're enjoying your drink. Take the time. Don't go right for your next plate, but again, reconnect. You're just basically going through the cycle. You're just reconnecting. You're working the room. You're talking to people. In between your glass of wine or your drink, you switch back to your sparkling water or your Pellegrino. So your goal is to kind of alternate ratio 1 to 1. 1 drink, 1 sparkling water. Okay, so work it out. And then finally, the only other thing I'm going to say about the actual event is, before you go, and maybe you want to look at the buffet or look at the menu or think about the event and say, what is the one thing, maybe 2 things, max 2 things. What's the one thing that I really, really, really want to have that is like so delicious, so yummy, I cannot do without it. I need to have that chocolate cake, that chocolate torte, that special peppermint candy cane martini, whatever it is. Pick your one thing, see if you can have a smaller portion of it. You know, sometimes with the desserts, all we want is really a taste of it, a couple bites and you're satisfied. Again, chew slowly, enjoy the flavors, eat with your soul, eat with your spirit, sip slowly, enjoy the drink. You're not there to chug it. We're not in high school anymore. You're not there to chug it. So enjoy it. And then just enjoy those couple things. But remember, I can have one thing. I just don't need to have every dessert. I don't need to have every appetizer, and I do not need to sample every drink tonight, okay? So think about your 1 or 2 things. I think that's pretty much it on the food front. I just want to talk about what happens after the event, okay? So a lot of this has to do with your mindset, and I'm going to just keep going back to revisiting those initial intentions of why you're showing up in the first place, what you want this season to be about, connecting with friends, enjoying it, how you want to feel in your clothes even that night. You know, you don't want to feel uncomfortable where you have to unbutton your pants at dinner. I mean, that's just awful. Or you're wearing your black dress and all you're thinking about is like, is my stomach sticking out? And you're running into the washroom to check how you look. Like, enjoy it. You're there to have a great time. I'm joking with you, but I'm really not, because I know you're thinking it. So after the event, you go, you have a great time. There are going to be those times where you totally blow it. You have all these great intentions and then poof, they go out the window. It's okay. It happens to all of us. It happens to me. Thing is, get your head back in it and just regroup, and then the next day get back on your program. Schedule a workout for the day after your party so that you do not want to wake up hungover, so that you want to wake up. Schedule something fun that's active that you can enjoy. Get back onto your clean eating the next day, and don't let a bad night turn into a bad weekend, which turns into a bad week. And then you're just like, well, screw it. I might as well just put my gym membership on hold and I'll start fresh in January, because it really, really, really sucks to start in January after you haven't worked out for 3, 4, or 5 weeks, after you've gained extra weight and you had to pull your fat pants out of the closet. So now's the time to stay on track so that when you go back to the gym, you're not going back to the gym. You've been going anyways. You've been working out with your trainer. You've been on point with your fitness, and you've been able to enjoy the season. And that's really what it's about. You know, being fit, being healthy isn't about depriving yourself. It's about choices. It's about feeling empowered that I can look great and I can feel great and actually have a life. So if you're hanging out with people that are like really fit, really healthy, and all they do is say like, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, I can't do this, and they just are like totally robbed of the joy of life, that is not what being healthy, vibrant, alive is about. It's about having a great life, enjoying yourself, but keeping true to what you really want, which is to feel amazing, not sluggish, to feel comfortable in your clothes, not uncomfortable and embarrassed, okay? So I wanna leave you with those tips. Again, there is a guide here that you can download. There's a checklist, so I want you to, hopefully you've watched the whole video. Use a checklist, paste it up or put it on your pantry, on your fridge, or on your mirror, wherever you can see it. I would love to hear from you if you liked the tips in this video, if you liked my strategies. Comment below, share your stories, share what's working for you. Maybe you have some other great tips that you want to share. And I would love it if you would actually share this with friends or family or anyone else who you think would love to have this guide. Until then, have an amazing day, have an amazing night, have an amazing holiday season, and I will be talking to you soon.